Welcome back, students. Today we're going to go ahead, we're going to make this figure right here. Um, Different students like learning in different ways. Some of my students in the past, they have liked to just sit back, chill, listen to the video, and just absorb as it goes. That's absolutely fine if you like learning that way. Many of my students, the majority probably, they would actually prefer taking the little thing, putting the video on their laptop, on their MacBook, and actually on the computers, on their desktop, actually doing the piece, and they like learning by doing in that way. So whichever way you prefer, whichever way you learn better, go for it. That is awesome. Okay, so SolidWorks, we went over most of it already. We're going to be doing a part. And then once again, one of the first things I want to do is check out my settings, make sure my settings are all good. Oh, this is taking a little bit longer to load today. It's morning. All right, go ahead and let's see here, document properties, units, make sure we're on millimeters for this guy. All right, so let's do a little planning how we are going to do this. I'm going to be basically making a rectangle, and then I'm going to pull it up to a block. Okay, I don't want it to be the full 36. I could if I wanted to, but I'm just going to pull it from here to here. Looks like this little piece here is 11, so 36 minus 11 is 25. So I'm going to pull this block 114 by 32, 25 millimeters tall. Okay, sketch, because it's 2D, go to the sketch. I'm going to use the top plane just like we're looking straight down on it. Once again, use my corner rectangles. Not sure if I showed you the center rectangle. Center rectangle is just if you, I'll just do one real quick. Boom, you can see it makes rectangle to the center. Okay, I really don't like that, so we are not going to be doing that. This little button right here, really helpful. If there's anything that you want to get rid of, the last thing that you did, just go ahead, hit that. That's the undo button. It's really nice. Okay, so I'm going to choose the corner rectangle. Go ahead, make that rectangle right there. Smart dimension. Make this. I remember this was 114, so we got that right there. And then looks like this dimension right here should be 64. Bam, automatically snaps. Hit that to make it so. Done with the 2D, make it 3D. Go to features to make it 3D. Okay, now we got this right here. We figured already by doing some maths that this should be 25 millimeters tall. Bam, we have that 25 millimeters right there. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to cut this little chunk right here off. Looks like it's 10 millimeters tall. I'm going to do it from the side. It's going to rip through the whole thing. 57 millimeters in. So once again, sketch. You could do this one from the bottom, or you can do it from the side. I'm going to do it from the side. Clicked on the face that I want to do it on. Go to rectangle, corner rectangle. Make the little notch guy. Smart dimension. Make this dimension. I'll do this one the other way just for fun. I can click to dimension it, this line and that line, and it'll dimension the distance between those two. Okay, I could also have just grabbed that line right there, so that works. This one, I'll just grab this line right here, pull it off to the side, 10, bam. Okay, we're gonna go to features, extrude cut. This is the guy that we want to cut right there. We don't want to do it 25 millimeters. We are going to do it through all. Now you do have to be careful with through all if you have stuff behind it that you don't want cut as well. But we don't have anything behind it, so let's just cut it through all. Okay. Next, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put this little block on here. Looks like it's the length of the piece. 11 millimeters tall. 16 millimeters wide. So let's go sketch, boom, right there. Do that. Now just a real quick thing, don't just click too fast, don't click it off there. Make sure it's actually anchored in right there. Okay, also later on, tried doing this before, I think. Can't find that midpoint again. Oh, there it was. See right there how it just snapped to a midpoint? You don't want to anchor it there. Be very careful what you are anchoring your shapes to, because if you anchor it to a midpoint, it's more difficult to change it later on. Okay, it's a constraint that's difficult to change. You can change it. It's definitely changeable. Everything's flexible, but it just makes your life harder, and you want to drop kick your computer then. Okay, so we got that right there. Smart dimension, this line right here, and I think I want that 16 millimeters wide. So we got that. Let's go features, extrude boss base, because we're adding stuff. Extruded cut is when we're taking stuff away. And we want that to be 11 millimeters tall. Boom. And we have it. Okay. All right. Now we're going to put, let me pull up the picture real quick. Is this it? Nope. That would be my email. Definitely don't want that. Oh, I must have closed it the last time. Let me grab it real quick. Looks like that's it right there. Alright. Sorry about that. Boom. I'm going to put this on, and I'm going to put this on. Now, getting a little bit lazier, I want to do both of them at the same time. Okay, looks like it's 16 wide, 32 out of here, 16 here. So let me see, 64 minus 32 minus 16. Yep, so this is 16 wide as well. Okay, so two boxes, 16 by 16, and this next dimension is kind of hard to see. Don't exactly like the way that they did it here, but it's probably the best way. 19 millimeters. This little post right here and this guy right here as well, they go 19 millimeters up. Okay, so let's go ahead, let's do them both at the same time. Sketch on this face right here, corner rectangle, get the little dot, don't do it to the line, do it to the corner of the dot. Go ahead and put that in there. I'm going to do them both at the same time. It's kind of nice how it lines them up like that. So go ahead right there. Smart dimension. I think if I smart dimension one, it will not do the other one. Okay. Let's find out. I went to 16. This one right here. 16. Nope, it did not mess with that one at all, but that's all right. So let's go down here, 16, and let's go here, 16. Okay, let's talk just a little bit about these symbols right here, what those mean. Those are constraints. All of these constraints we like. These are all exactly what we want to be in there. You can take away constraints if you need to. If you click on it, you can hit delete and get rid of those constraints. Okay, these constraints right here, this one obviously is you know, perpendicular to that corner, and then these lengths are together because it's a rectangle. So these two lengths are the same, these two lengths are the same. And that's what we want it to be. All right, let's go 3D. Extrude boss base, blind 11 millimeters up. We don't want that. We actually want it to be 19 millimeters up. Now, both of these were selected automatically, okay, which is kind of nice. SolidWorks knew what I actually wanted to do. If it only did one, you could click on the other face as well to click on that to go ahead and extrude that as well. So you can choose what you actually want to extrude. Hit the green check to make it so. SolidWorks cranks through, and they are good to go. Okay, looks like all we have to do is we have to drill two little holes in here. Okay, so this right here, two holes, all right, at 20 millimeters each. And once again, that symbol right there means in diameter. So 20 millimeters in diameter, 10 millimeters for the radius. Okay. Also, I'm looking at it, and it looks like it, I mean, it should be centered to the piece, which means 30, oh, there it is right there, 32 millimeters out from the side. Okay, I'm gonna do something a little bit different just to show you something. I want to show you construction lines. So sketch, we're doing a sketch right on there. I think we did it right. Yep, no, we for sure have it. Here's a line right here. I'm gonna make a center line. Sometimes it's called a construction line. And it's just a line that just makes it easier to arrange things. Now I don't have to do it, but I'm going to do a center line. See how I just found that midpoint? We're going to come straight across. We don't want it kittywampus. Boom, we found not only the midpoint of that, but it's also, now we know it's perpendicular to where we started itself. Okay, now you saw I got kind of a Klingon right there when I moved my cursor that wanted to continue the line. If that happens, you can do one of two things. You can right click and hit select, and that gets rid of the line tool. My line tool is no longer selected up here. Or you can just hit escape. If you have a Klingon, hit escape, it goes away. All right, this time we're going to do a circle. And I'm going to throw one circle right here and throw another circle right there. The circles, though, I want it to be 10 millimeters in radius. Okay, so now it's 20 millimeters in diameter. I forgot to do this one, so let's go ahead and click on the circle. I could have gone straight to Smart Dimension and done it, or I can just click on the circle and make that 10 just to be 20 millimeters in diameter. Okay, all right, now this next thing, oh, I put this line right here so we know it's in the middle. We know it's 32 millimeters from the edge. I could have just done Smart Dimension, 32 millimeters in, this side 32 millimeters in. I could have done it that way too. It really doesn't matter which way you decide to do it. Okay, now a little Smart Dimension right here. This center from this line horizontally, okay, now let's see here, that is going to be 36 millimeters out, but you can do math in here as well. If I'm looking at my picture, it's 16 and 20. So if you want to be, you know, the ultimate in laziness, you can just do 16 plus 20 and it'll solve it for you. Okay, so 36, perfect, boom. And now that one is positioned exactly where we want it to be. Down here it looks like from the center of this hole to the center of that hole, 41 millimeters. So Smart Dimension again, from center to center. I did not have my Smart Dimension clicked. So center to center, boom, make that 41, and we got it in the perfect spot. Okay, oh cool. I just wanted to see if it was going to, where exactly it was, if it was gonna make a notch out of that bottom or not, but nope, it won't, and that's okay. Go to features, extrude cut. Now I could come down 25, or I can just do through all. You have to be careful of that through all, but I'm just going to do it through all. Boom. And we have it. Okay. Double check our nice little drawing right here. It looks the same. Looks exactly the same. Exactly right. I believe we are good to go. So hopefully that helped. Hopefully that wasn't too long. Hopefully you learned some good stuff there. Have a wonderful day. Have fun doing your figure.